Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my Crystal Palace vs Chelsea preview for the game which will be taking place tomorrow at Selhurst Park, with kickoff being at 12 PM UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly I'll be giving you the team news concerning both sides, starting off with the Crystal Palace team news and then the Chelsea team news, as Crystal Palace, like I said already, will be taking us on at Selhurst Park. Then I'll give you my lineup based on the team news in which I'm going to give you, and lastly I'll be giving you my score prediction along with Paul Merson's score prediction and some of Google's probabilities. So without further ado, let's get straight into this preview. Alright, so starting off with the Crystal Palace team news, there is one story concerning the first team, and that is that there are no new injury news for Crystal Palace, although Wayne Hennessy, Cheikhou Kouyaté and Martin Kelly have returned to the starting 11. I mean to the team from injury, and will be in contention to start tomorrow. Although Christian Benteke is still unfit for selection as he's injured. I'm not entirely sure what he's picked up, but he is out and is not available for selection. That's it for the Crystal Palace team news. I hope I articulated that well. But getting into the Chelsea team news now, there are two main stories concerning the Chelsea first team, and the first one concerns Callum Hudson-Odoi, and that is that he is facing a late fitness test after picking up a hamstring injury of his own against Watford on Boxing Day. And the second story concerning the Chelsea first team is to do with Alvaro Morata, and that is that he is available for selection after recovering from his knee injury in which he sustained in Hungary against MOL in the Europa League group stage. So that's it for the team news. Getting into my lineup now and starting off with the formation, it is going to be a 4-3-3 with that deep line playmaker involved, as that is Maurizio Sarri's preferred formation. I don't ever see him changing it, to be honest. But yeah, that's the formation out of the way. 4-3-3, deep line playmaker involved. But in terms of the personnel, I'm just gonna whiz through it. In terms of the goalkeeper, I've gone with Kepa in goal because I think he deserves to start, and I don't see Willy Caballero or even Rob Green starting. I don't even see Rob Green being on the bench. But yes, I've gone with Kepa in goal. He deserves it. He's been playing well for us so far. He has made a few mistakes. He did make a few mistakes against Watford, but as a young keeper, he will learn. So Kepa in goal. In terms of the back four, I've gone with the standard Premier League back four, which is from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, David Luiz and Marcos Alonso. In the midfield three, I've gone with Jorginho in that deep line playmaker involved, because let's be honest, Maurizio Sarri is unlikely to not play him. But yeah, he has been playing well, although I didn't think he had the best of games against Watford. But yeah, him in that deep line playmaker involved. Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role with Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante just ahead of him. I would like to see Ross Barkley start, but it's I don't see that. I just don't see Ross Barkley starting ahead of Mateo Kovacic. But the midfield three, again, I've gone with Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role with Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante just ahead of him. And in the front three, I've gone with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Alvaro Morata and Eden Hazard. Pedro won't be fit, and I think that Willian needs to rest. So we're going to need him to come off the bench, and it would be nice to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek start in that right wing position. I'm not entirely sure about this front three because Maurizio Sarri seems to be stubborn with his ways. He seems to like playing Eden Hazard up front because he somehow believes that it will work against every team. But I'll give you a recap. Kepa in goal, a back four from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, David Luiz and Marcos Alonso. A midfield three of Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role with Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante just ahead of him. And in the front three, I've gone with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Alvaro Morata and Eden Hazard. Now moving on to Paul Merson's score prediction, he has gone with a 2-1 Chelsea win as he believes that Palace can make it hard for teams, but he can't see anything but a Chelsea win with the current form of Eden Hazard. Now moving on to Google's probabilities, they have gone with an 18% chance of a Crystal Palace victory, which I think is very harsh considering their recent record against us away from home and at home. They've gone with a 26% chance of a draw and a 56% chance of a Chelsea victory. So Google clearly believe that Chelsea are the favourites for this game. Now moving on to my score prediction and to conclude this preview by doing so. I've gone with a 3-1 Chelsea win, as I think that they'll be up for it after beating Manchester City at the Etihad. People have been criticising them for drawing to Cardiff on Boxing Day, so they'd most likely want to silence their critics by getting a result against Chelsea. I think that Chelsea have been heavily reliant on Eden Hazard for goals, and this is one of the factors that could work in Palace's favour. I think that Chelsea will grind this one out. So yeah, 3-1 Chelsea win. I do think it will be a hard game. I don't think that it will be a great performance, but we'll just have to see. That is the end of the preview. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all very soon for my 7 favourite goals in which we scored against Crystal Palace, and then my 4 things in which we need to do in order to beat them. I'm not sure if I'll be doing those later on or tomorrow, but we'll just have to see. But that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Come on, you Blues, and peace.